Doctor, before you start, I will ask Durgesh to introduce and say a few words. Just a minute or so, 1 second. Okay, it's 5 o'clock. Good evening to all of you who are attending this evening by Dr. Sunil Gupta. On behalf of ISTD Mumbai chapter, I welcome all of you all. Some house rule, because there are too many people out there. We have got around 95 registered people who are attending the workshop. I request all of you to switch off your videos and unmute your audio. If you want to ask any question, please use the chat box to ask the question. If there are anything, you can unmute at that point in time and maybe ask the question. In the meanwhile, please unmute and go off the video. Okay, I will try to do it from here, but for those who are not able to be done, please go off the screen. I invite Mr. Durgesh Bhatt, ISTD Mumbai chapter chairman, to start the proceeding by saying a few words. Durgesh, all to you.
Yeah, good evening to you all and welcome to the first webinar in this series. Hello, can you able to hear me all?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, fantastic. So I welcome you all on this webinar, and this is the first in webinar series. We are going to launching the first webinar, and thank you all for participating here. See, we all trainers will learn something new. So this is the first thing we are learning about this webinar through this medium. Secondly, I would like to know that I'd like to state that yesterday I attended one webinar in which the one person who stated about the WHO has given the guidelines that hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
So yesterday, I request all of you to please unmute yourself. We are getting disturbance and you can't able to hear me. So WHO has given the guidelines. Those who are suffering from COVID-19, whether it's your employees or your the WHO has given the guidelines that any of the stakeholders or employees or whatever who has suffered from COVID-19, please don't think that they've done some crime or they've done something wrong. This might be due to some other things that they're passing on the things and we hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So please take care of them. Please take care of them and see that the thing in different manner. Definitely, there are a lot of things to be going to be changed in our thinking process, our value systems, and because of the COVID-19. After the COVID-19, post-COVID-19, definitely our value system going to be a change. So definitely the value of base sector is definitely we are thinking about think of yourself. I think that Secretary has given a very fantastic topic that we are going to set in the first thing. So this is what my thing and welcome you all and enjoy this first webinar. Definitely there is one more to come and there are a lot of programs for you. Definitely Secretary will definitely email to you and inform you about all these things proceedings. So over to you, Panikar. Thank you all.
Okay, thank you, Durgesh. Dr. Sunil Gupta doesn't need any introduction. He's very well known. But let me just introduce you. He's a PhD. He's also a diploma holder from ISTD. He's a master trainer and he's a board member of IFTDO. He is a lifetime master trainer with Edward D. Bono thinking system, one of the 5 globally. He has trained more than 515 trainers on D. Bono tools globally. He has written more than 500 articles and around 7 books on innovation. Without much ado, Dr. Gupta, over to you.
Great. Thank you so much, ISTD Mumbai, ISTD, and for all of you for having logged in for this webinar. Can you allow me to share my screen, sir?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, great. Now it says you are disabled screen sharing. So
1 second again. Oh, what?
So it doesn't allow me to share my screen.
1 second. Check now.
Yeah. Now still the same things, the same message. Host is disabled participant screen sharing. Okay. Now I got it. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. So thank you, and we're going to have an exciting journey in the next Hour plus, where we are all going to learn how to think better. So what do you think? Do we need to think better or we don't need to think better? How many people think we need to think better? Raise your hands. You can raise your hand. You have this option. You have this option. And this option is on your webinar.
Yeah. It's called reaction.
Reaction, yeah. Show me your reaction. Your hands up sign. Wow, Durgesh Bhatt is showing the right way. Awesome, brilliant. So do we all need to think better, yes or no? Or do you think thinking is not necessary? How many think thinking is not necessary? You can give me a thumbs down if you think thinking is not necessary. So just like eating, drinking, breathing, thinking is an essential part of us and we have to think better. But unfortunately, we don't think better. There are many reasons why we don't think better. So one of the reasons is we don't know how to think. It's just like Sri Ravi Shankar. When he said people don't know how to breathe, people were shocked. For millions of years, people are breathing. Who is Ravi Shankar to tell us how to breathe? So that's what Edward de Bono did. He said, people are thinking, but they do not know how to think. And he invented thinking tools for you and me. And that's what we're going to explore at the moment. So welcome to this session. And this is what we're going to do. I'm going to do some quick introductions, and then we're going to look at why it's a skill like any other skill. Just like cooking is a skill, playing cricket is a skill, using tennis is a skill, doing anything in our life which is a skill, IT skills. Why is thinking and creativity a skill? And why do we need it, most in the current context? What are the different tools available and how you can teach yourself to think in the simplest tool framework that I'm going to introduce in this particular session so that you can master the method and we'll solve some problems. We will solve some typical HR issues while we are in this webinar. It's not just me talking. I'm going to get you to give me some responses as well as we move along. So how many of you heard of Edward de Bono? Raise your hands. Again, show me your reaction, please. How many of you know of Edward de Bono? Reactions. Okay, I can see some reactions coming up about what you know about Edward de Bono. So I have to tell you a little more about Edward de Bono. He's the author of 85 books. I'm assuming everybody can see my screen. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Awesome, brilliant, brilliant. So he's written 85 books, and the books have got translated in 43 languages. The last language that the translation has happened is Tamil, strangely. This year, we've got a Tamil translation of his book. So 85 books, 43 languages. His last book's been a bestseller last year in all of Europe and the United States. The book is called Bonting. So what is Bonting? Bonting is a new word. So he's an inventor of new words. And that's a new word that he invented in the English language. Why better is sir? Bonting is a new word invented by him. So what's bonting? Bonting comes from bonus. Bonus is extra. We all look forward to bonus. And this year, some company may not give bonus. We know that why. So bonting is a new word invented by Edward de Bono. And bonting means adding value to whatever you do. How can you add value? Whatever you do, you may be a school teacher. How can you add value? You may be an IT developer. How can you add value? You're a software developer. How can you add value? You're an outsourced process supplier to a company in the United States. How can you add value? Because if you don't add value, you cannot get surpetition, another new word invented by him. And this book sold 1 million copies last year only in the United States because relaunched this book last year. What's surpetition? It comes from 2 words in English: surpass competition. So how can we surpass competition? Only if we think better, only if we use bonding, only if we add more value in whatever we do. So he's an amazing gentleman, amazing author, and 85 books like these must read. And what I'm going to share with you is based on his seminal work, because after doing his MD and PhD, he was asked, why don't you work as a medical doctor at Cambridge itself. He said, thank you so much. Now that I'm a doctor, I do not wish to practice medicine. Imagine somebody who is a medical doctor doesn't want to practice medicine. So what does he want to do? He said, actually, I want to use thinking as a skill in school systems because schools kill creativity. He's the first man to say so. A lot of people said so afterwards, but in 1965, he's the first man to challenge the Minister of Education in the UK to say that the school system is rote learning, school system does memory, and school system checks memory recall. So exam systems are driven not on thinking. Exam systems in the world are driven on not what you understood, but what you can reproduce, unfortunately, in the exam paper. So he was the first man to challenge, and he said, I would like to teach school children how to think. And he became the world's first professor for thinking at the University of Cambridge. And that's where he invented a wonderful method in 1965, 66. As he started teaching in Cambridge, he set up a trust in Cambridge. The trust is called COT. COT stands for the Cognitive Research Trust. Very important for school teachers. This trust was dedicated to teachers. And the objective of this trust is how to get school children age 5 upwards to learn 60 tools invented by him. He said, if children learn 60 tools, it's going to transform mankind because they're the future. If they learn how to think, they'll be able to handle any crisis in a better way, any situation in a better way. So, great contribution of Edward de Bono. He's a master of tools. He invented a lot of tools as he went along in his journey. As a professor, he had faculty appointments, Cambridge, Oxford. Later on, he taught at the Harvard Business School. That was his last assignment before he became a consultant and started his own company where I started working with him 28 years ago. So that's the wonderful background of this man whose stuff we're going to learn now. So who's me? I've already been introduced. It's 29 years now that I'm driving his methods and tools in the geographies that I work with, which is primarily the Middle East and the Indian subcontinent. So my role is to train other trainers on his tools and his methods. So in India, we got over 315 trainers on his tools and methods. So there are 9 different programs that we have, like 6 hats, lateral thinking, and so on and so forth. And what you're going to get exposed to is just one set of tools. He's got hundreds of tools that he's invented, and we're going to go through one such set of tools that he's invented. Let's get into some interactive mode here. I have an exercise for you here this morning and this afternoon, and the exercise is very simple. It's 1, 2, 3, the sum of that all the way up to 10. So what I want you to do is quickly do some good mental math and give me 1 plus 2 all the way up to 10. What is the answer? In the chat box, wow. Awesome, brilliant people. Mental math is excellent. The answer is 55. So a lot of people with good mental math do not need a calculator. If this was perhaps a question in the United States, they would use a calculator because they won't be able to do mental math like the way we do it in India. Mental math, fabulous of a lot of people. So this is no worries. Simple problem, mental math, simple solution. I'm going to make the problem very, very difficult. The problem for you is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 all the way plus 96 plus 97 plus 98 plus 99 plus 100. Let us see who's going to give me the fastest answer to this challenge. 1 all the way up to 100. People are thinking because it's not simple. Now, when a complex situation arises, we are foxed. That is you and me. That's why we don't think before it's too late. We think always after it's too late. And that's one of his wonderful books, Think Before It's Too Late. So how can we think differently with this challenge? So if you were a mathematics teacher, you would easily know the answer. The mathematical formula is that the answer to this problem will be n plus n square divided by 2. And if we expand, we have 4 steps for expansion. So the sum of any digits in a series, this is the mathematical formula, is represented as n plus n squared divided by 2. Super, but this is grade 6 mathematics, mind you. It's not practical. We left these mathematical problems and solution in grade 6. We are no longer in grade 6, so we stopped thinking. And those formulas were only good in grade 6. Grade 7, there were different formulas. So this formula was not applicable in grade 6, grade 7. N plus n squared divided by 2. What's that? We got number of digits in the series is 100. The sum of that is simple, 100 plus 100 square divided by 2. Next step in school is 100 plus 10,000, because you have to expand an equation to show you're working. And many math teachers would say working is more important than the answer. So here is a complete working that would delight my maths teacher. Why? The maths teacher would say, wow, you understood the formula, you remember the formula. The answer is 5050. Great. But guess what? Edward de Bono says, we don't need this. We don't need this type of thinking. This type of thinking is formula orientated. They're good, but in business, many problems, or in life, many problems need us to think differently. So how can we think differently? Here is one such method. He says, why don't you use PO? PO is one of the tools invented by him. PO stands for provocative operation. It's a short form. It's a new word. He's a wordsmith. He's invented over 200 words in the English language. So PO is provocation, and let's use reversal PO. So what's reversal PO? As you can see, we are writing the digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all in an ascending order, all the way up to 100. Now we're going to do reversal. What is that? Descending order. 100, 99, 98, 97, 96, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on, get into your chat and tell me what is some phenomena that you can recognize. What is this phenomena that you can recognize? What is a phenomena that you can see? Am I on the call? Are you able to see my screen?
I think, Doctor, we are on the 5th slide.
Okay, lovely. I've not moved my slide. I'm still on the same slide. Thank you.
Okay. Okay.
Great, great. But this is from this screen. I was showing you another screen. Did you see this screen?
No. You need to
I will share this screen to you. I will share another screen, a very interesting screen for you now. So this is what I was trying to explain. And I'm good that I asked you whether you can see the screen or not. Can you see the screen now?
Yeah.
Now I like all of you, and let's see fastest finger first. Who can tell me what phenomena can you observe from these digits that are put in this way? Come on.
All the totals come to 101. All the totals come to 101.
Who's that? Who's that? Can you tell me your name, sir?
My name is Captain Subbarao Kallakuri. Captain Subbarao Kallakuri.
Captain Subbarao, Mamma Mia. Edmund de Bono. Strangely, if you take the 2 columns and the 2 rows, and you take the sum of these columns, you will get a 101 constant for all 100 digits. Wow. So we got now a phenomenon. We've seen a pattern. So the whole thing about the human brain and the neuroplasticity of the brain is recognizing patterns and doing something with those patterns. So now we got 101. What's the answer? I do not need my maths teacher any longer in my life. I'm able to start to see things differently, thanks to Edward de Bono. What's 101 now? 101 could be into 100. Why? Because 100 set of digits, but this will be complexity to the core. I want no complexity. complexity. I want simplicity. So one of our wonderful programs and one of his wonderful books is Simplicity. The first chapter, by the way, is devoted to India. Not so good times that he traveled to India in the 80s. He said India is a most complex country to travel into and travel out. Why? Because a lot of forms to be filled up which are not required at all. So that was the first chapter of his book, Simplicity. So what's simplicity? 101 into 50. Hallelujah. Answer will be 5050. What's the mathematical reasoning behind this? If we double it, again we'll have to divide it. Why can't we make things simpler? If we make things simpler, quicker, faster, better, it's going to be wonderful for you and me. So why are we not able to think this way? Why we are not able to think radically differently? That is the basis of his work. One last exercise to trigger off your thinking. And I'm going to keep a tab. So I know Captain's given me the answer. I'm going to have some gifts for Captain. Captain, get one of our books when the situation is right for us to courier it. Hopefully, after the lockdown is over, we will have a book coming your way, Captain. So here is, Captain, another chance for you to win something. So we got India Tennis Open Championship. Why India? Make it bigger. US Open Tennis. And guess what? 111 players have signed up. They've come up through elimination round and signed up for the tournament. So the tournament's going to be played in New York City in more happier times. And 111 players are in the seeding, in the draw. So who can tell me how many matches will be played before we have the winner, before we have whoever is your favorite winner, whether it is any of your favorite winner, whether it is Federer, whether it is Noah, whoever is your favorite winner. How many matches will have to be played to decide on the winner, one winner? How many matches?
Is it round robin or is it knockout?
You know how the matches take place. Round one, A versus B, B versus C. Round two.
Got it.
So come on, how many matches are to be played? You got Fox now, haven't you? Well, no need to think this way. Is there a better way for you and me to think? Edward de Bono said there is a better way. Guess what? Later on, you can sit when you have the time. You have a lot of time, so you can try and do it manually and come to the same conclusion. Very simple. If 111 players are there in this tournament, in the United States Open, and it's always round robin, they're going to be 1 versus 1, winner into the next round, and so on. There will only be one winner. So guess what? 110 matches will have to be played before we decide on the winner. Very simple. Very, very simple. So how to make things simpler, easier, quicker, faster. That's what we want. And if we can get some tools, how we can do that, it'll be wonderful. If somehow we can get to think differently, it'll be a superb contribution from Edward de Bono. Are you getting my PPT deck now?
Yeah.
Brilliant. So what did Edward de Bono say? He said, very simple, if we challenge our perception, we learn how to challenge what we see, it's going to be the basis for good thinking. Because quite often we don't challenge what we see. And that makes us arrogant thinkers. It's called undisciplined mind. Unfortunately, not indisciplined, it's undisciplined mind. A lot of us have undisciplined mind. So what's the definition of an undisciplined mind? Undisciplined mind will see something and form an opinion, like school teachers would. Jacqueline would see a boy and a girl talking to one another. Jacqueline will form an opinion. These two are having some lafra. They are having an affair in the school. I have to speak to their parents, because the teachers formed a perception immediately. Most teachers are guilty of an undisciplined mind. And guess what? They're supposed to build disciplined minds in our society. So we have to start with the teachers first. And we have to start with the parents first. And that's why Edward de Bono said, all this should start with all of us. We must challenge our perception. So here is an exercise for you, and let's see the answers. You're going to type it up in the chat. I'm going to see the chat for your answers, right? So what's your exercise? I'm going to give you a minute and a half, all of you. You got 5 letters up there. T-M-P-H. What's your task? You have to tell me which alphabet is the odd one out, and why is it the odd one out? So I can see some people already up on the chat, and they are able to tell me up on the chat. They're able to tell what's happening. So I want in your chat, answers here. Come on, answers here. So I'm getting some answers already. Urvi saying E, Satish Kopil saying E, Mr. Panikar saying V is a vowel. Oh, I don't know. V is a vowel, E is a vowel. So you just said vowel. Now Anand is giving the correct answer. E is a vowel. Jacqueline saying P. Durgesh is saying E. Dinesh Kalia is saying T. Wow. I still don't have answers from everybody. Parag is saying E. Rita is saying H. Wow. Can I get some answers, please? And some rationale as well, please. So some people giving me rationale. I need rationale. So E is a vowel. That's a very good rationale, Anand. E is a vowel. Parag, good rationale. So why H? Rita, why H? Why T? Come on, give me rationale. I need rationale. I need your rationale. H because it spells wrong. Ah, good. So you're doing what's called my Scrabble here. Excellent. Acceptable.
H because it is the mirror and itself are the same.
Wow.
For the letter H, the mirror and itself are the same.
Wow, wow, wow. Subbarao, Captain Subbarao thinking now. Captain Subbarao, we have to think like this. Wherever we are, we have to challenge what we are seeing. But guess what? I am not happy with all of you this morning. If I gave this exercise to school children, I would have got 50 answers from them already. And you are struggling with some common answers that you're giving me. Most of you are repeating E is a vowel. Most of you are repeating H because it spells wrong. Most of you are repeating certain standard answers. You're not able to think out of the box. So let me give you some different scenarios for you to think differently. If you see differently, are you able to see my screen? Back again? TMPH?
No.
Okay, no worries. Here we go. Here is my screen coming on for you. All right. So up, up, up. Here's the screen. Now I hope you can see it, right? Can you see TMPH?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Brilliant, 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 brilliant. So if you can see TMPH, now I would like to change the screen one more time for you. Why is that? Because we're going to see something very, very different now that we haven't seen before. And once I show you certain things that you haven't seen before, hallelujah, you're going to see this big aha, this eureka moment is going to come to you, and you're going to develop this capability on your own to challenge your perception, because things don't appear to be what they are. And a good disciplined thinker will first have the skill how to challenge what he or she sees. So let me tell you, you said M is odd because captains gave a rationale behind M. But Captain, I'm going to give you another rationale behind M. My rationale behind M is M has got a V inside M. Can you see in the nice big fat M now? There is a V hidden inside M. Can you start seeing things this way now? That you missed a lot of things before, and now you're going to see the same scene, the same exercise, but you're going to see it with a different set of glasses. These glasses are going to be called your perception glasses. So now can you see, example, H differently, not just from a phonetics or from a Scrabble standpoint? Can you see a P differently? Can you see a T differently? Can you see a T differently? Come on, time starts now. I want some answers, and I'm going to keep a tab on your answers. So I need some answers in the chat box, and time starts now. Please type in the chat which other alphabet is different and why. Let us get you to broaden your perceptions first. Then we'll introduce to Loposo Go, wonderful tool that you're going to learn. So Parag, excellent. Parag says P is different because it's got a curve. Parag, 10 out of 10. Can you start thinking like this? Rita Rangnekar says P is got a half circle. Excellent. Radhika's thinking beautifully now. Radhika's trying another perception. Radhika's saying, turn it over, it'll become a W. Wow. P has a U in it. I haven't heard of that one, Arun Vishwanath. Where is a U in the P? Wow. Amazing what he's done. He's told you, see things. You have to take a little effort. Things different. Brilliant, Arun. H is the only one that can be written upside down. Well, that's not all. H is the only one. Mirror image will still be H. H is the only one. Combination, permutation will not let it change until you leave it flat. Wow. Vandana Sejwal says T is different because it's made of two lines. And to qualify Vandana better, one vertical line and one horizontal line. Wow, Vandana. So you see, the mind has a lot of challenges that are available for you to grab. But you don't think this way. In a day-to-day setting, how are we thinking? We are seeing something, we are forming an opinion. We're seeing something, we're seeing it as a standard situation, standard solution. We're seeing something, we say, oh, this is juxtaposition into something I already know. Last year this happened in the school, this is what I did. I got to do the same thing. We're not thinking differently. You still aren't. You still aren't radically thinking differently. Let me give you some more options for you to think differently. How about you challenging again what you see? All right. So if you challenge again what you see, I'm going to switch into another slide now and get back onto TEMPH. Did you see that? Everybody TEMPH? Okay. Everybody can see TEMPH? Yes?
Yeah.
So now, how about telling you all a wonderful thing? And that wonderful thing for all of you this afternoon is T is an odd one, people, for heaven's sake.
We can see B.
Okay. I'm going to give you one by one. Thank you so much. You're trying. I'm glad you're trying this way. T is odd because T is the first letter in those 5 letters. How's that for you? E is odd because it's the second out of those 5 letters that I've given you. M is odd because it's in the middle. 2 letters are before and 2 letters are after M. So challenge perception. And there's no limit. It's infinity. The possibilities to all of you, ladies and gentlemen, is infinity. And that's what you and I need to do, is somehow we can get into this mode of thinking that we can think differently. So why do we need to be creative? Any reasons why we need creativity? Start typing up in the chat box, please. Why we need to be creative and why we need tools. That's what we're going to address. Why we need you to be creative. Why we need creative thinking. Wherever you are, why do we need creative thinking? I need answers from you. Somebody needs to put your microphone on mute. They're talking at home. Excellent. So Rita says we need to adapt to new situation. We have to be different. Naresh Khosla says we have to be different. Excellent, Naresh. because solutions can come from anywhere. Excellent, Captain. Always new options are there. It keeps our brain afresh, brings new ideas. Naresh says he's been my student. It helps you to be younger. Excellent. Variety is the spice of life. Urvi helps us to grow, makes life interesting. Excellent. Thank you so much. You're all absolutely right. We need creativity, more so in current context. We need creative thinking. Why is that? Reasons are up there. Rapid changes happening. VUCA world, literal VUCA world that you and I are dealing with at the moment. Right sizing, companies are saying, we're going to downsize, we're going to get people go. Team building is an issue, resource optimization issue, multiple problem issue. So creativity is a skill that can be developed. If you and I develop that skill, we'll be more wonderful in this game of thinking. So how to develop this skill? Why is it a skill? Why is it a skill, first of all? Why did Edward de Bono say thinking is a skill? And we all need to master this skill. Okay, so I'm going to get you up on the screen here, and we're going to do this exercise. I've got 3 people running a race. Somebody put your microphone on mute, please. It's unfair. Everybody mute. Thank you. So here is the challenge. Challenge is 3 people are running a race. My task to all of you is, if 3 people are running a race, I want to know from you, which one of these 3 will win the race? So I'm going to label them. This person is A, this person is B, this person is C. Who do you think is going to win the race? You know, $1 million question for you. Who do you think is going to win the race? Let's get answers from you up in the chat. Come on. Let's see what answers are coming here. Rita says anyone. Sanjay says C. Mobina says A. Sanjay says because A is already ahead. Satish says all 3. Jacqueline says whoever runs faster. Anita says C is the closest to winning. Wow, Anandan putting a perception there. Fabulous. Depends which direction they're running. Wow. Parag says incomplete information to conclude. Amazing, all of you. Well, the correct answer is we really don't know who's going to be the winner. The reasons are very simple. We don't know which one of them is, first of all, trained to be a good runner. So this person needs a lot of physical training and mental conditioning to win the race. So whether A is trained, B is trained, C is trained, we're not sure. So an untrained mind is also like this. An untrained mind cannot be the winner. A trained mind can always be the winner. So with this analogy, Edward de Bono proved we need to train ourselves to be better. And he extended this with another example. What's that? This time, I take the same 3 characters, A, B, and C. All these 3 characters, what do I do now? I give all of them pair of blades. All of them now on roller skates. Now I tell all 3 of them, can you do the 100-meter sprint? Come on, chat box. I want answers from you. Which out of these 3 is going to be the winner? Is A going to be the winner? Is B going to be the winner? Now in this scenario, 3 of them are all on their roller blades. Who's going to be the winner? Answers. So are you recording it?
Yeah, we're recording.
Okay, brilliant, brilliant. Again, incomplete information. Subbarao is saying, best oil skates. Excellent. Whoever knows the shortest route. Jacqueline who has given us the best answer so far. What is it? The one who is the best to train on not running, not on balancing on the skates, but one who's got mastery of these rollerblades is going to be the winner. So that's how Edward de Bono said, we all need operacy. Wonderful new word invented by him. Operacy means we need operating skills for the brain. If you and I have operating skills for the brain, it will be wonderful. So how do we get those operating skills? He invented a set of tools. If you and I get some tools, we will be better off in some operating skills. So welcome. We are now going to look at the tool that I want to cover in this session. Why is that? It's a skill. And we are going to develop this skill. We're going to be better. So this tool that we're going to learn is a fabulous tool invented by Edward de Bono. And we're going to learn, practice, so that you're better. More practice is going to make you better. For example, if I just give you a new well-oiled roller skate, doesn't mean you're going to be excellent in the roller skate. You know, just like a surgeon operated on a patient and he said, wow, you are fine now, you can do whatever you want. And the patient said, really, doctor? Because I'm wanting to do many things in my life now as I get out of the hospital bed. Doctor said, yeah, you can do whatever you want. You can even play the guitar. The patient said, doctor, are you sure I'll be able to play the guitar after the surgery? Doctor said, boss, he'll be able to play the guitar after the surgery. The patient laughed back at the doctor and said, but doctor, I have never played a guitar in my life. So a wonderful contribution by Edward de Bono. He's going to teach us how to play this guitar, how to use these operating skills in our brain. Everybody's going to chant. Sir, can you allow everybody to come on the chat? And
yeah, there's a question from question from somebody. Yeah, raise your hand. We'll take the question now. Okay.
Sure.
So anybody wanting to ask a question, unmute and ask the question, please. Yeah, go ahead. Whose name is Galaxy? I can't see the name.
No worries. Please ask.
Whoever wants to ask a question, please unmute and ask the question. Somebody has raised a hand. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, never mind. They can still ask. Anytime you can stop me to ask or put it up on the chat. So I'm going to ask all of you to do something with me now. Unmute. First of all, everybody unmute. I want to listen to your wonderful voices, everybody's voices. What do I want you to chant? I want you to chant a few words with me. Oh no, somebody's put on and walked away from. Oh no. Okay.
Okay, we'll ask
somebody start chanting with me. I'm going to chant. I want everybody to chant. Tu lo poso go. Chant. Tu lo poso go. Tu lo poso go.
Tu lo poso go.
Tu lo poso go.
Tu lo poso go.
Amazing. If every day. Now you can mute. Everybody mute. Mute.
This is your classroom.
Okay.
Knowledge is a powerful tool.
Somebody's still on the microphone, so you can mute all. Yeah. Great. So what I want you to now understand is, why did I ask you to chant? It's got to become second nature. So why do we chant? It becomes second nature. When you chant something, it becomes second nature to you. And thinking must become second nature to you. So how do you chant? Tu lo poso go. Tu lo poso go. then you have to teach your children as well to do the same thing. Why? How? Once they know it's second nature, and any problem, and they will recall tu lo po so go, it will help them to come out of a difficult situation. How? We're going to do that soon. So what is tu lo po so go? Let's understand this method and the set of tools. So 5 tools in this tool framework invented by Edward de Bono. It's the basis of his wonderful book, Teach Yourself How to Think. This is the basis of his book. He said everybody must master this method, tu lo po so go. So how do we do tu lo po so go? First is tu. Tu means go somewhere. Where to go? Where should I take the brain? Where should I be going? I should be going to a new direction, meaning I should have a clear goal in my mind. I should have a clear objective in my mind. I should have a clear direction in my brain. Where am I going to go? So identify a problem situation, identify a challenge. So I'm going to give you soon, once I go through tu lo po so go with you, I'm going to give you a challenge, and then with 2 you will generate some 2s. We will pick up on the best 2s. Then we'll go to tu lo po so go. We'll do it step by step. So 2 means have a goal, have a focus, have a challenge in your brain. And the best way to articulate it is to use the phrase H2. H2 stands for how to. So example, how to motivate people in this current scenario. How to ensure people are productive in the current scenario. All right. So how to. So how are you going to reward people in this current scenario? How will you assess people's performance for this financial year? How are you going to assess people's performance for this calendar year? How will you know next quarter has somebody performed or not? So we've got these challenges in our brain. If I was HR, I was a training manager, I would have all these challenges in my mind that are going on, and I have no solution that I can think of because I've got confusion in my brain. So I have to have 2 first. 2 says very clearly, identify the challenge. Once you identify the challenge, lo. Lo comes from look. So lo is L-O-O-O-K. Look where, as you can see from this symbol. So he's given a symbol for each of these 5 steps. With 2, the symbol is go somewhere and in a systematic way. Look is look all over. Look north, south, east, west. He invented a framework for thinking called direct your thinking in a systematic way. Don't look anywhere. If you look anywhere, you'll be more confused. So look north, look south, look east, look west. So, and when you look north, you'll only look north. When you look south, you'll only look south. When you look in one direction, you'll only look in one direction. You will not confuse your thought process. So look in all directions in a systematic way. So get information from north, get information from south, get information from east, get information from west. So if I'm handling this pandemic at the national level, I have to think this way. What is the situation north of India? What's the situation east of India? What's the situation west of India? What's the situation south of India? Where are the hotspots in the country? And you can see that somebody already thinking this way. So why can't you and I think this way? Even in general, don't wait for a pandemic to come. Think before it's too late in a systematic way. So how we are going to operationalize this soon. PO comes from possibilities. So PO is a short form from possible. So possible gives us PO. PO is also provocative operation, which is one of the tools of lateral thinking. So PO says, let us generate options. Option 1, option 2, option 3, minimum. Any individual, 3 option. That's why 3 arrows, 3 options, but not all over the place. They're not scatterbrain. We are not using what is called as a scattergun approach. We are not letting these arrows go everywhere. These arrows are in a systematic way going in one direction. Because if we let the arrows go in all directions, we'll be thoroughly confused. We will not have a good solution. We will have crazy twitty ideas that won't give us a solution. So Edward de Bono was a master for conceptual thinking, how to control your thinking in a logical way. So we want ideas, but in a systematic way. one direction, another direction, third direction. First concept, another concept, third concept. Possibility 1, possibility 2, possibility 3. I can see something up on the chat. So what's the difference between look and possibilities? Look is data. So Parag, thank you for asking. Look is facts. Look is information. Look is data. That also makes you a good critical thinker, right? And what about possibilities? Possibilities are, we will call them alternatives. Alternatives means we don't know whether they've been tried or not. We don't know whether they will work or not, but they're options worthwhile considering. So these are called possibilities. That's the difference between them. They're completely different modes of the brain. When you look, you're looking for facts. When you're looking for data, you're looking in a very objective way for evidence to be a good critical thinker. When you're looking at possibilities, you're triggering off the right side of your brain for getting into more creative thinking. So you see that. It's a whole brain approach that we're using now in this process for thinking, right? So once he did that, he said, now we need so. So what's so? So stands for select a solution. How is that different from Po? Po comes up with lots and lots of ideas, but all the ideas will not work. Now we need to shortlist the ideas. We need shortlisting. So as you can see, there is, if you see it sideways, like somebody saw one of the alphabets sideways, you will see a funnel. So funnel will mean we are filtering ideas now. So this tool is not for ideas. This tool is now to say which of the ideas seem to be good. Out of the many ideas that we got, which ideas seem to be practical to apply and implement when we go back to our workplace. So if we are sitting with a team, we can in 5 minutes teach the team to lo, po, so, go. And when we come to po and so, the team is all given wonderful ideas in a systematic way, not wild brainstorming. It's wonderful, but it will not allow us to hit our target in this way. This is a much better way than brainstorming. Why? Because while we are ideating in a systematic way. Remember the symbol there. What is the symbol there? The symbol there was we are in a systematic way going for ideas. Now in a systematic way, we are shortlisting the ideas. So this is what is so. So stands for solution. It's the first 2 letters of the word solution. So where do we get to from? To means getting somewhere in our thought process. What is our challenge? What is lo? We look everywhere, you know. Lo and behold, that's where. Lo and behold, look, see everywhere. See in a systematic way. Don't just see. If you see anywhere, you will not be able to see depth of thinking. But you see north, you see south, you see east, you see west, you see each one in a directed way. Yes, sorry, somebody want to ask something? Po is, we are now looked at solution. Po was, possibilities. We generated lots of alternatives. Now we shortlisted these alternatives and so. And finally, go. Go means we are going to do execution planning. What is that? We are up, sorry. I'll let it go back again to you. Up. I don't know for what reason it jumps back. Yep. So that's my last slide before we work on some exercises together. Go. What's go? Go means we are now going to go step by step to execution. Go where? Action planning. Because all good thinking must end up with some execution roadmap. So what are we going to do first? What are we going to do second? What are we going to do third? Who's going to do it? We have to have a systematic approach to action planning. So one more time. To, lo, po, so, go. And once I say that and I repeat that, I like everybody to chant with me, and then we'll do 2 exercises and come up with solutions. Everybody repeat, everybody repeat.
So go.
Wow, you're all excellent. You're all excellent. Excellent. What's 2? Have a clear focus. What's low? See things properly from all perspectives. Poor generate
Possibilities.
not in the poor. Poor is not in the poor. To some Tamilian getting happy.
Hope is possibility.
Possibilities.
Possibility. So stands for solution.
Solutions.
The best ideas. Select the best option. And go means finally
Execution.
Do it.
execution.
Yes.
If you don't do it, then no use generating those ideas because implementation not going to be possible. So let's do an activity together. And we're going to have a challenged person. I've already kept a track. 2 people. We're going to save this chat as well, right? Are we going to save this chat, sir?
Yeah. The chat is on.
Okay. Sure. No, are we going to save this chat as well?
Yeah, we can do that. We will save that.
I want to save this chat because the persons who are given maximum responses, we're going to reward all of them. All right.
Sure.
So to reward all of them, I will need some facts. I can't reward just for the heck of it. I will go by facts.
Okay.
Who is given the output, we will reward. We will issue special certificates to them. The top 3 and the top 5 will issue books to them. All right?
Okay.
So let's see now who's going to qualify. Here's a chance. If you're not participating so far, we got 31 participants still there. So here's a chance to win. What are you going to do? You're going to win. I'm going to share my screen. Yep. Okay. Here is my challenge. So, what are the steps? Keep repeating.
To know.
So first challenge, to make life simple, I will give the 2, and then you're going to do low, po, so, go on your own. Okay? So 2 is...
Go somewhere.
Yeah, correct. So I'm going to tell you where to go. How to keep employees motivated during lockdown. I'm looking at solutions for this challenge. So what's your task? Your task is you will go step by step.
Look, answers.
You will go step by step. Everybody will do low with me now. What is low? What data you have. So everybody please mute. Everybody please mute. Everybody mute.
Yes.
Everybody type what data do we need? What facts do we need? What facts we need? And these facts you could look systematically. How? You could look at countries north to us. We could look typically the compass. Go compass route. See Singapore. See Singapore. See east. See west. See correct. Vandana right. So type please, type. So what is Singapore doing? Don't just tell me what to do. Now you're going to give me example Anandan survey database. I don't want solutions at the moment. I want what is happening. Let me rephrase my question. What is happening in the rest of the world? What is happening in the rest of the world? That's what I'm asking you. What is happening? What do you know that's happening rest of the world? What are people doing to keep everybody motivated during this shutdown? People are at home. So what are they doing? Some are working. So what are they doing? Rita, excellent. Rita, excellent. Come on. Excellent, Captain. Come on, keep giving. Everybody give. What do you know? What are people doing in Singapore? What are people doing in Japan? Everybody's at home. So what are they doing with the family? Correct. What are they doing with the family? Excellent. Satish is saying they're cooking. People mopping floors also.
This is the first time.
People bonding with the family. Excellent. Wonderful. Super. Brilliant. 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 Now you see what's happening. I've got depth of information from all of you. What's happening in this world everywhere. So look means look everywhere and get a lot of that data, lot of facts on this situation. Now put on your thinking green hat. What is that? Now I'm going to get you to give me some possibilities. So P stands for, or PO stands for possibilities. Possibilities means I'm looking at ideas from all of you. I'm looking at possibilities from all of you. You may like some that some people have already said. What do you think we should be doing now? I want ideas from you. Correct, Mobina? What possibilities do you have? What solutions do you have? So more webinars are happening. Very good. More chats over coffee happening. Rita's typing. Rapid, type, type, type. Dinesh, we can learn new skills. Excellent. I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm in training. So I've already designed 2 new courses that were on my desk from last 1 year, and I have not designed. I designed them from scratch, including trainer pack, everything. Okay. So I never touched them. Now it got me to do something that I hadn't done. So design new courses. Some of you are trainers. You can design new product offerings. Come on, come on, come on. 31 wonderful people up on this chat. Please give me some ideas. Pause and think differently. Reflect on your life. Anita, excellent. Look for alternative career option. Is this what you want to do? Maybe you found a hidden skill at home in the kitchen. Maybe you can have a home kitchen. That could give you millions. Meditation, new skills, inward looking. Wow. Wow. Self-development, sharpen your saw. Wow. Become a YouTuber. Talk to those friends that you never got in touch with. Get into fitness regime. Brilliant. Superb. Thank you. Great ideas. Because what's happened now? You filled my funnel with ideas. Pause for a minute. Filled my funnel with ideas. How? You've given me a number of ideas on how to keep people busy during this situation. So what I want now, I want from you to shortlist. I don't want more than one idea from you. Each one of you just give me one idea that you like. And this idea need not be your idea. Okay? So you filled a lot of ideas in this funnel. You said people are doing all these things. Okay? People are doing digital marketing. Mobina has given some ideas as well. Now what would you like to do? What is the solution? What are the good things that you'd like to do? So upskilling has come up from Anandan and Anita. One thing, don't type more than one. Select one, because that is what is harvesting. That is what you're shortlisting. Learn more from webinars. Train yourself and practice thinking on your own. Wow. Again, Mr. Panikar saying, I want to be fit. Wow. Just go within yourself, soul searching. Go more online training, Mabina. Wow. Pursue your hobby. Urvi saying, my hobby, I stay with that. Go for tech upgrades so people can work from home. Convert offline to online, Arun saying so. Become a more balanced person. Rita, excellent. Go be fit with food and exercise. Think positive. Wow. So now from these possibilities, we have generated some solutions. I should have put it there. These were your ideas. Now you have selected the best idea. Now let's have a plan of action. Plan of action means, what would you like to do? So if you said webinar, I want to do some soul searching. I want to design my own program. Can I get some action plan from each of you with reference to whatever you said? So I want to be fit with food and exercise. Durgesh, but what's your plan of action for that? Parag, you want to design a new online program. What's your action plan for that? Go, type. You got a minute and a half to type. Radhika, I don't want, I'm already doing it. I want an action plan means it should be what you're going to do, when you're going to do, how you're going to do. When is very important. Say I'm doing this and I will have this done by so and so time. I will do this by so and so date. Wow. And put a calendar in place when, Anandan, put a calendar in place when. Say today, tomorrow, by 15th. I spend more time at home after we open up. How much time? Quantify. Give me a timeline. I'm pushing you because let's not be verbose here. Go means clear plan of action. Good way to do is what to do, who will do, by when to do. Subaru says, I will learn more creativity tools. Wow, by when? I'll improve my storytelling skills by 20th. Wow, Satish. Wow. Wow, I love that one by Satish. Write my coaching module in a month's time. Wow, Vandana. Spread positivity on a daily basis. Wow. Shrikant, 15 minutes to deep breathing exercises and yoga. Wow. So now we got a timeline, we got an action plan on what we're going to do so that we stay motivated during this situation. Great job. What I like to do is say, great job to all of you. Winners will be decided later when I have a look at the chat. Excellent. Thank you so much. Now we're going to do one final activity to wrap this up. I still want more skill practice. Unmute. Everybody unmute. Unmute. Chanting time. Chanting time. Tulo poso go.
Tulo poso go.
Tulo poso
go.
Tulo poso go. Excellent. Mute. Final exercise. Tu lo po so go. Okay. So what I want is, I want typical challenges for a parent at home at the moment is how to keep, so notice how I'm writing my challenge, how to keep young children, and I'm quantifying what's young children. Young children would be less than 10 years of age, because they still need your help. They can't read on their own. They can't be busy. They can't be occupied on their own. So how to keep young children busy at home? Because no school. So how to keep them busy at home? Everybody got the challenge? Wow, Subba already given one. Great. So Subbarao, I got a new challenge for all of you. And challenge is up on the chat as well. What is it? How to keep young children busy at home. So we'll spend next 5 minutes and do this last activity, and we'll open it up to question answers before we can wrap up and make two low posts go away of our life. So what's your task now? Everybody low, what data you have, what facts you have, what are other countries doing, what is the United States doing, what is Japan doing, what is Singapore schools doing, what are people all over the world doing. Come on, I want some ideas from all of you. How to keep young children busy at home. What's happening in the world? How are they keeping children busy at home? What facts you have? I don't want any solution, just facts. Some people are gone into the poor mode. Don't go into poor mode. Stay put on the low mode. So online classes have started. Crafts have started. Online fun training has started. Wonderful. DIY has started. Excellent. Do it yourself. You know, they can make a microscope at home. They can make a car at home. You can take scrap paper and get them to make it at home. That started in a lot of parts of the world. Activity sheets have started. If you look at education.com or smartkid.com, you can download, depending on age level of the kids, preschool, nursery, activity sheets have started all over the world. Available online free. I don't know how many of you know, but Audible has started. Great thing to have at home if you don't have Audible. What is Audible? It is storytelling, audio-based, and it is linked to Alexa. It is linked to Kindle. And at the moment, hundreds of stories are free. So children, you don't need to read. You can just leave that audio device on, and that audio device will play the story to the child. It'll keep the child engaged while you're cooking, etc., etc. And you have Peppa Pig. You have all kinds of stories. Wow, wow, wow. So, excellent. I would give you a tick there. Great job, great job. Now, with all this that we've seen and heard from everybody, let's look at what possibilities you have in your house, how to keep young children busy. What other ideas you have? Excellent. Superb. Naresh is saying encourage indoor sports. Wow. Example, we are playing football at home. I'm playing football with my grandson. I'm playing tennis at home. We can play indoor. Nothing stops us from playing indoors. Wow. Naresh, thank you so much. Come on. We can create videos with the child. So now give me ideas. What possibilities we have? What are the possibilities? Enroll in an online course. Excellent. We already have Khan Academy, which nobody utilized before. Now is a good time to get your kid enrolled on an Khan Academy as a student and do the exercises there. Hundreds are already there. Videos are already there. Millions are there. Get them to talk to parents. Listen to them. Wow. Make tents. Create a fun atmosphere at home. Wow. Get them to make their own video. Have picnics with them at home. Wow. So we are doing a lot of make-believe. We are going in the car. We are going in the rickshaw. We are doing a lot of these mimicking at home as though we are outdoors. Otherwise, 2.5-year-old, how to keep him busy? We are dancing too. Milind Rane, excellent. How to make the bed. Ask the older child to play with the younger one. Excellent ideas are coming. Get them to bond. Movie sessions, I don't know, right? Movies, maybe limit the screen time, but a good idea. I'll put it as a refined solution. Great. So now select some of the good ones. We've got big inventory. I think this chat output can be given to all the parents. It could be circulated to everybody in ISTD. And all the parents will be grateful for all these ideas because we're all struggling how to keep the children busy. Because less than 10-year-olds, it's not easy to handle them, how to keep them busy. Antakshari, content of learning. Wow, video chat, already happening. Okay, so now your final one to conclude this activity. Please go to Go, to Low Poso Go. Have an action plan. I want some action plan from all of you. Those who've got children at home, how are you going to engage with your child from now on with these wonderful ideas with an action plan? Don't say I'm already doing it. Say I'm going to do this by so and so date. That's the way I want you to listen. I want to see your go. Go should be 3 things. Wonderful. What are the 3 things? 3 W's. W, W, W. What to do, who will do it, by when to do it. If you quantify, I'll be happy. Wow, Arun, one of the best ones I've seen so far. Have a skit, record and share it with the extended family. And he will do it by so-and-so timeline. I will enroll my daughter into Khan Academy by 20th April. Wow, Anandan. Get them to prepare a fun chart for the week for the whole family. Wow. Planned a schedule for the whole week jointly, Milind Rane. Wow. Baba produced 30 videos taken by my daughter by April end. Last W is when? 3 W's. It's good skill for all of us. What to do? What to do? Who will do? By when to do? What, who, when? That makes you good in go. Otherwise, you'll be poor in go. You'll be good in ideas, but no implementation. What to do? Who will do? By when to do? Wow, street play on social issues during lockdown. But Vandana, modify that. Put in a timeline. I love that. Say, I will make them do a street play on the coronavirus by so-and-so date. Wow, by next week, we'll have the street play ready. We'll do a lot of practice and have it ready. Wow, I love that. Then you can record it and let it go viral on the Facebook. Why not?
Sure.
Excellent. I would like to say thank you so much. I will want you to just do one thing at the moment. I'm going to stop sharing this screen because I have one different screen to share with you. And that is my wonderful screen for you to do something very important. And that's something very important that you're going to do now with me is very, very critical. And what is that? Any guesses? You are going to chant. Last time you are going to chant. What are you going to chant? You're going to chant.
To lo poso go.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Mute. If you have any questions, you can ask before we wrap up this session. Thank you so much for your participation. Hundreds of ideas from all of you. It's going to be great. When you save, sir, please make sure you save the video and the chat. We'll put it up. I will edit this video and put it up on YouTube as well so that others can get benefit of your ideas. And hopefully we'll broadcast it on LinkedIn. We'll put it so that other parents can see the wonderful ideas that you come up with. It's great what you've done. It's all practical what you've done. Thank you so much. Questions, comments about our webinar? Any question or comments that you may have?
Floor is open for any comments or questions that you have of Dr. Gupta. We have got 15 minutes to go, so ask your questions without any fear. He is there. We'll try to address all the questions which are come up.
I have one suggestion.
Yes, please.
When moving into the funnel, get sorted down from all the possibilities.
Yes.
I normally use the tool of absurdities to root those which are absurd before coming to those which are possible. It helps me to move faster.
Sure. Thank you so much. There are a lot of other tools, but this is a very simple framework. So you saw in 30 minutes, you could master, you could apply, and you could try and make it into a way of life. So there are hundreds of other tools out there, Edward de Bono and others as well. You could use statistical analysis for solution. You could do cost-benefit analysis for solution. You could do dot voting for solution. Many tools out there. You are absolutely right. So, yeah. So I'll try to answer the easiest books for you to read. If you want to read Edward de Bono's easiest books, so one book for you to read is How to Have a Beautiful Mind. This is a very simple book by Edward de Bono, because most of us do not have a beautiful mind. We have a beautiful body, but not a beautiful mind. And we spend a lot of time and attention on our body, but we don't spend time and attention on our mind. So How to Have a Beautiful Mind is wonderful. In fact, everybody should read it at home, including grandparents, etc. Yeah. Okay. So
my question. I am having one question, sir.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Please. Yes.
Nowadays, our mind is bombarded by TV channels and social media for this negative thinking. All the time, our negative thinking is increased, and that is resulting into fears, tensions, anxiety. how we can check our negative thinking.
Excellent. So Naresh is here with me. Naresh is not only my student, but he's my friend too. And Naresh will vouch.
Sir, I am Dinesh Kalia.
No, I know. I'm referring to Naresh in the group. I know who you are, sir.
Yeah.
So, well, you also been a participant in my workshop.
Yeah.
But Naresh will vouch. We were all members in one WhatsApp group in the last 15 days, where the highest negativity was in that WhatsApp group. All the things that you don't want to know about Corona, about the virus, about the people was in that group. So we took the decision to exit from that group. So get yourself off there. There are so many good things to see on the TV. My wife has stopped seeing NDTV News, Times Now. We are seeing such wonderful programs we haven't seen before. We are seeing Netflix. We are now on Homeland. We are on season 2. We are seeing such great movies. I saw Parasites. I'm seeing such wonderful movies. Netflix, Hotstar. So many good things to see. Why are you seeing negativity? So you're absolutely right, Mr. Kalia. Everything, the media, negative. And they put the fear of everything in you. Get your mind off that. Be more positive, constructive thinker deliberately. So we have to learn to think positive. So Mobina says, please do more workshops. Mobina, we can, but
thank you, sir.
We can't do free. Stay away from social media. He's right. I'm just trying to see anybody else's question that I missed out to answer.
Yeah,
Arun send me.
Arun Vishwanath has asked a question.
Yeah.
Edward D. Bono's books are too complicated.
I already answered this question.
How do you make it?
I already answered this. I said, start with how to have a beautiful mind. Already answered in the chat too. Okay. So it's a very simple book to read, and it's available in Hindi as well as in Marathi and now in Tamil. So if Arun, you read in Tamil, buy in Tamil. In Hindi or in Marathi, it's a best-selling book in Marathi. In Marathi, it is called Sundarman. Okay, best-selling book, only 120 rupees. But how will you get hold of it? You can't get hold of it now. You can after 20th. Amazon has just announced they are going to start delivery from 20th. So book now on Amazon. You'll get it on 20th. Yeah. Who's the author? Edward D. Bono. Mobina is asking who's the author. Mobina, Edward D. Bono. And Mobina, I have in Farsi. Mobina is from Iran. He reads in Persian. So I will send a Farsi or Persian PDF on these tools also I have. I will forward it to you. Okay?
Okay. Can I ask a question, sir?
Of course, Rita.
Okay. I'm very familiar with this book, Lateral Thinking.
Yes.
Or 6 Thinking Hats.
Right.
How does it connect with that one? I mean, how does this concept go with 6 thinking hats?
Different tools that is invented, but some tools intended overlap. So 2 in our lateral thinking course, more advanced, will be what's called the tool of focus. All right. Okay. In the tool of lateral thinking, it's called focus. That's a name for 2, but it's more advanced. It takes 2 hours to master. 2 hours. You can't do it in 2 minutes, like how we did this. This is the most simplest approach. Most advanced is lateral thinking, because we have 7 tools. Each tool takes 2 hours to master. So the tool of, let us say, random word will come from possibilities. In 6 thinking hats, there will be overlap also. 2 in 6 thinking hats will be overlapped with blue hat to some extent. Just one function of blue hat. The blue hat will identify what is the focus, what is the team going to be thinking about, right? And go in blue hat will be clear action plan, like I explained, what to do, who will do, when to do. So some tools overlap, but in different form. In that approach of those tools are completely different than what you learn. So 6 hats is 2 days workshop. Lateral thinking is 2 days workshop. All are IP protected programs. So reading the book is not enough because they come through exercises, workshops, certification. So we have Baba here. Baba is from Cognizant, and Baba Varanasi. He has attended 6 SATs, lateral thinking, and yeah, those 2 courses he's attended. So he's fully familiar with this approach and methodologies. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
No problem. Welcome. Anybody else? Any other questions? Thank you so much for logging in, and thank you, ISTD, for hosting this webinar.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Gupta. It was a wonderful session.
Yeah, it was
and thank you, participant, for your keen interest. If there are any queries, you can still forward the queries to us. We will ask Dr. Sunil Gupta to answer back. Once again, thank you so much. Wait for our next program. We'll communicate to you soon enough.
Sir, don't exit until you save all this. Save this video and the chat.
Yeah, it's automatic. Yeah, I will do that.
Because I have to keep up to my promise. I told them I'm going to give them gifts. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thinking, too low posto go. Too low posto go. Too low posto go.
Thank you. Thank you.
Too low posto go.
Thank you, Dr. Sunil Gupta. Thank you so much for a wonderful session. Thank you so much.
Pleasure, pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, don't forget to record.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
And the chat also, to save the chat.
Thank you so much, sir. Awesome session.
All the best, sir. Mr. Kalia, sir, thank you.
Thank you, sir. So nice of you. I'm grateful. Really, you're nice.
Don't join hands, sir. You're a brother.
Thank you so much.
I am Subbarao. Thank you very much. I joined in for the first time.
Pleasure,
I'm
sir.
a first timer, Subbarao.
Thank you, Subbarao. I hope you found it relevant.
Yes, it is, because I use most of it in my career.
Wow.
And this has put all of it together. I'm a teacher of innovation and creativity.
Please don't use our IP without our permission.
No, I don't. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dr. Sunil, thank you.
Thank you, Mobina.
It was really wonderful. I really enjoyed.
Khuda Hafiz.